nobody saw this coming, not Cadillac, not Lincoln, not Range Rover, and definitely not the German luxury brands that have dominated the ultra-premium SUV market for years. Because Toyota just made one of the boldest decisions in modern automotive history. They took the most exclusive, most respected, and most protected nameplate they have ever created and transformed it into a full-size luxury SUV. This is the 2027 Toyota Century SUV. And this vehicle is not just another expensive SUV with leather seats and large screens. This is Toyota entering a completely different battlefield. A battlefield where image matters, reputation matters, and long-term ownership matters even more. For decades, the Toyota Century existed in a world most people never even saw. It was the private transport of Japanese emperors, political leaders, senior executives, and elite business figures across Asia. Toyota never advertised it aggressively. It was never built for mass attention. In fact, many wealthy buyers could not even purchase one easily, because Toyota treated the Century more like a symbol of status than a regular luxury car. But now Toyota has changed everything, because they realize something important. The modern luxury market no longer revolves around sedans. In America, luxury buyers want SUVs, large, commanding, comfortable SUVs. So instead of letting brands like Cadillac, Range Rover, Mercedes, Maybach, and Bentley control that market forever, Toyota decided to bring its most prestigious weapon into the fight. And honestly, this may become one of the smartest automotive decisions of the decade. Welcome back to Avengers Autos, where we go beyond the badge and uncover what these vehicles truly represent. If you enjoy high-level automotive content with real analysis, subscribe now, because the next few videos are going to start serious conversations in the luxury world. Now let's begin with the exterior design, because the first impression of the 2027 Toyota Century SUV tells you everything about its philosophy. The front end is massive, upright, and incredibly formal. It does not try to look sporty or aggressive, like so many luxury SUVs today. There are no fake race-inspired elements, no oversized vents pretending this thing belongs on a racetrack, and no exaggerated styling details, trying desperately to attract social media attention. Instead, the Century SUV projects authority. And that is a huge difference. The massive grille dominates the front fascia, with strong vertical patterns extending downward like architectural columns. It feels elegant and powerful at the same time. Toyota clearly understood that true luxury does not need to shout, it only needs presence. Most luxury SUVs today try to intimidate traffic. The Century SUV looks like traffic automatically moves out of its way. The black exterior paint transforms the SUV completely. Every reflection across the hood and side profile gives the vehicle a deep sense of weight and sophistication. It feels expensive in the most mature way possible. The side profile remains clean and disciplined. Toyota avoided unnecessary curves and excessive body sculpting. The proportions are large and commanding, but everything remains controlled. It looks like a vehicle designed for important people, not influencers trying to film parking lot videos. Then you reach the rear design. And once again, Toyota shows restraint instead of excess. A full-width LED light bar stretches across the tailgate, connecting both taillights into one clean, illuminated signature. It adds width and visual strength without becoming overly dramatic. The rear shape stays upright and formal, helping the SUV maintain its executive personality from every angle. And then there is the detail that surprises many people the most. The Toyota badge sits proudly in the center of the tailgate, not a separate luxury logo. Not a hidden sub-brand, just Toyota. And honestly, that confidence says everything. Because Toyota understands something many luxury brands still struggle to learn. Reputation matters more than marketing. When your brand has spent decades building trust, durability, and reliability, you no longer need to hide behind fancy names to justify high prices. Then your attention moves downward toward the quad exhaust setup. 4 real exhaust outlets properly integrated into the rear bumper. Not fake decorative pieces, not hidden underneath the vehicle. That detail matters because it reminds you that underneath all the handcrafted luxury and executive comfort sits a serious powertrain designed to deliver smooth but effortless performance. And Toyota knows exactly how to engineer long-lasting performance better than almost anyone in the industry. Now let's open the doors, because this is where the Century SUV completely separates itself from nearly every luxury SUV on sale today. The cabin does not overwhelm you. And that is intentional. The moment you step inside, the atmosphere changes completely. The outside feels powerful and formal. The inside feels calm, private, and deeply relaxing most luxury brands today. Design interiors to impress customers within the first 30 seconds. Giant screens, flashy lighting. Crystal controls decorative stitching everywhere. It looks exciting during showroom visits, but often becomes exhausting over time. Toyota approached the Century SUV differently. This interior is designed to reduce stress instead of increase stimulation. Soft black leather covers nearly every major surface. Rich wood trim flows naturally through the cabin without looking artificial or excessive. Ambient lighting remains subtle and elegant instead of turning the interior into a nightclub. The panoramic roof allows natural light into the cabin while still maintaining a feeling of privacy and isolation from the outside world. Everything feels intentional. The dashboard stretches horizontally across the cabin, creating a strong feeling of openness. The infotainment display is integrated smoothly into the dashboard rather than looking like an afterthought glued onto the center console. Even the steering wheel design reflects simplicity and confidence. Toyota avoided unnecessary complexity and focused on usability. And despite all the luxury, you can still feel the Land Cruiser DNA underneath this vehicle. The driving position feels commanding. Visibility is excellent. The structure feels solid and engineered properly. You do not feel like you are driving a fragile fashion statement. You feel like you are driving something built to survive for decades. And honestly, that may become the Century SUV's greatest strength in America. Because now we need to talk about ownership. The 2027 Toyota Century SUV is expected to start around $115,000, with higher executive trims potentially reaching $145,000. That immediately places it against some of the biggest luxury SUVs in the world. The Cadillac Escalade offers incredible road presence, advanced technology, and strong American identity, but long-term reliability concerns still follow GM products, especially once warranties expire. The Lincoln Navigator delivers comfort and excellent value, but resale value and long-term durability still struggle to compete with Toyota's reputation. Then there is the Range Rover, probably one of the most beautiful luxury SUVs ever created. Incredible design, incredible status, incredible comfort, but also a vehicle famous for expensive repair bills and reliability complaints. And this is exactly where Toyota becomes dangerous. Because Toyota is offering something the luxury SUV market desperately lacks: peace of mind. Imagine owning an ultra-luxury SUV without constantly worrying about electronic failures, suspension problems, or repair bills large enough to buy another vehicle. That changes everything for many wealthy buyers. Reliability itself has become a luxury. Time matters more than status. Convenience matters more than flashy branding. And Toyota understands that perfectly. The Century SUV is not trying to become the loudest luxury SUV on the road, it is trying to become the smartest. A vehicle for buyers who want luxury without stress, comfort without complications, prestige without insecurity, and honestly, that formula could be extremely successful in America. Because the truth is, many luxury SUV buyers are becoming tired of over-designed interiors, unreliable electronics, and vehicles that feel outdated after only a few years. The Century SUV takes the opposite approach. It focuses on timelessness. This feels less like a trend-driven luxury product and more like a long-term investment in comfort, reputation, and engineering quality. And that may be exactly what the luxury market has been missing. Now, obviously, not everyone will understand this SUV. Some people will call it too conservative. Others will say it lacks the dramatic styling of European competitors. But maybe that is the point. The Toyota Century SUV was never designed for people chasing attention. It was designed for people who no longer need it. And in many ways that makes it one of the most interesting luxury vehicles we have seen in years. So now the question comes to you. Did Toyota just create the smartest luxury SUV in the world? Or is the Century SUV too traditional for modern buyers? Drop your thoughts below because this conversation is only beginning. And trust me, the next vehicle we're discussing on Avengers Autos might surprise the entire luxury industry even more.